Okay. I hope that their dog barking in the background isn't too loud. I don't know what bro's on about. Homeboy just wilding, so that's unfortunate, but I hope he'll stop soon so it's not just a background annoyance. But if not, I'll just put the video, the music up. That's always an option when there's something just in the background. Just put the music up, it's okay. Go put the headphones on. I don't know if that joke is too dark for nowadays, but you know what? We did it. We did it anyways. Let's see. Let me just check if I'm too low real quick. I'll fix the audio super fast. My table's a little wobbly today. It's a little concerning. How do I... there we go. Okay, I think I am good. I think everything is looking good here. What up, Infinite Escape? First viewer into this early morning stream. We're back on this miniature painting journey I've been working on for the past 4 days. So welcome back, welcome back. It is definitely getting chillier outside. We're working our way into October now. Oh, we've been in October for 8 days, but it's starting to really feel like October, if that makes sense. Okay, let me pull up my previews here. But yeah, we're so back. We are working on these miniatures again. I'm trying to stop switching around projects so much. I know I've been doing it way too much recently, and so I'm trying to get one thing done so that when I reset my desk or switch it to a different workspace, if that makes sense, I wouldn't have to switch it right back to work on something that I left halfway through. So once I'm done painting these miniatures, I'm gonna switch it back into foam work. Then we're gonna get the kaiju costume more underway. Although the kaiju is for a commission, and the person said he wasn't gonna need it anytime soon, but I still want to get that done sooner than later. I need to do that too. I know it's so easy to just kind of like lizard brain and be like, it's time to work on something new, and then nothing ever gets done. But yeah, so I'm trying to be really efficient with this book nook I'm working on, because I wanted to I kind of want to set up a weekly video schedule, and so I need to give myself some projects that are more realistic to actually finish in 1 week, because I take on way too many projects that I'm like, yeah, no problem, that's like a quick 4-day adventure, and it ends up being like a month-long, half-month-long absolute, odyssey of a project. Especially when you hit a roadblock with a project or run out of materials. Yeah, exactly. I know that if I don't just sit down and get these miniatures painted, the second I like find something I'm having difficulties on, it's over. They're cooked. That project is never gonna see the light of day again. So I'm just, as they say, being a W key warrior. You know, we're just running straight forward, regardless of the outcomes or the there's a word here, I can't think of it. The outcomes, the consequences. Yeah, we're just gonna run right through this regardless of the consequences. So let me just give us a quick look and trying to remember where I was. I need to add detail to this. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. Everything is like blocked out, but there's not too much detail in right now, so I gotta add that. But first, I'm gonna go grab water because I'm very parched. All right, I'm back. I'm back from my hydration break. I hope that the dogs in the background aren't too loud. Let me know if they are. Well, I can't really do anything about it. There's just some dogs outside going wild for no good reason. So I hope that's not too loud in the stream. But regardless of that, let's get started with this. Let me just check here. Everything looks good. All right, nice. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good Tuesday so far. Yesterday, I went to go see Bocchi the Rock in theaters. So they had like a recap movie. But it was perfect for me because I haven't watched any of the show. So it was more of like a first time viewing for me. And I really liked the show. I didn't expect to like it that much. I like the music. It's come up on my like just YouTube feed and I've listened to it and I liked it. So I knew I was gonna like the music, but I didn't know how I was gonna like the anime. And I thought it was pretty fun. So all things considered, I would recommend watching the show, I guess, if you have the time or looking for a lighthearted show. I found it very, what's the word? I'm not sure if inspiring is the right word, but like there was a few times where like I felt like I teared up a little, you know, like not gonna start bawling in the theater, but I was like, wow, that was like such a powerful scene. Like I feel a little teary eyed. You know, I don't know. I feel like there's something about watching a like anime, I guess, or an animated movie in theaters that I just feel like I'm more susceptible to like resonating, if you will, right? Sometimes, but yet again, I don't know. I don't see too many what's it called? Too many actor movies in theaters recently. I haven't heard any dogs. Also YouTube. Okay, I'm glad that the dogs aren't super loud. They're kind of loud on my end, so that's why I was concerned. But yeah, no worries. It's unfortunate that YouTube's doing that. It can be a little bit weird with vertical streams, I will say. But unfortunately, I kind of just do the vertical streams because it's the only way to get people to view them on YouTube. Not too many people view regular streams unless they know about you already. But yeah, Bocchi the Rock was very fun. I would recommend it, I guess, if it's showing in theaters around you. I think it's the last day that it's gonna be showing the like recap movie. It was like 2 hours and 40 minutes, so it definitely was quite the experience, but it did not feel that long. For me, at least, one of my like favorite animes when I like got into anime was K-On! And so it definitely is very similar to K-On!, right? Where it's like a high schoolers forming a band and like slice of life, lighthearted. I don't know if it's better than K-On! Because K-On! Is pretty good as well. I'd say that the character depth was maybe a little better in K-On! Like each character really had a unique personality. I guess so do the Bocchi ones as well, but I feel like they're more kind of like generic characters, if you will. That's not a problem. It's very easy to kind of like get the group dichotomy when like the characters feel like more familiar tropes. But what else was I gonna say? The music was good. I have known about like the lead singer and like her voice actor. They're like kind of similar because I saw like a first take rendition of one of the songs. If you know that one series where like Japanese artists like perform a song live. So I have seen those clips, and that's like as far as the familiarities I had going into the movie. But overall, pretty good, pretty fun. I feel like recap movies are a great way to watch anime nowadays, right? Because I feel like I've said this before, I find it so hard to follow up on a series. Like, I'll start watching a show, and then unless it like really hooks me, I'm just kind of like, all right, well, that was a fun episode, I enjoyed that, and that's where I'm going to leave it, right? For me, watching anime can be difficult because most of my time is just spent here working on different projects. And so getting the time to just sit down and be like, today I'm going to sit down and watch 40 minutes of anime is so difficult. So that's why I feel like movies just kind of work so well, because you're in the theater already. You've already allocated a certain amount of time to go watch something. And so if you do it like that, it's a lot easier to just kind of like get through the whole thing, especially presented in a movie format. Like if you tell me watch 3 hours of an anime or sit down for 2 hours and get like a full story, I think it feels just more worth to sit down and you get the full story in one sitting. What up, Raquel? Welcome in. Welcome in. We have started with our shenanigans once again, bright and early. Well, I don't know how bright and early it really is, to be honest, but we are back with our shenanigans, and that's what matters here. We're doing more miniature painting. I'm really trying to get this project done. Not necessarily sooner than later, but in a timely manner. I don't want to let it sit around on my desk for too long. Okay. Everything looks good. Happy Tuesday. Hell yeah. It's starting to get spookier. It's starting to get colder. We're going towards Christmas. Mariah Carey is defrosting, you guys. The seasons are moving, all right? The seasons are definitely moving. We are making our way across the seasons of life. But yeah. We're back working on this. Very exciting. I hope for you guys that have been keeping track with this project's progress. I'm making this book nook from the Stormlight archive. If it's your first time joining into this project live stream. So yeah, I'm hoping to show the whole process, or as much as I can. And so we're starting off this project with just making the main characters before I move on to the terrain. I guess I could have done it in opposite order, but this way, if I have the characters mostly painted, when I get to the terrain part, I'll be able to mesh them in better, if that makes sense, right? I'll have a sense of scale. I'll see what's around them. I can also paint parts of them to make it feel like they're more in the environment, right? Add appropriate dust and weathering on the ground. So it's good to move along in steps like that. Is the music too loud, by the way? Can someone let me know? I hope it's not too loud. I think I put the music on, question mark, maybe. All right, let's see here. Okay, I think it's good now, as far as I can tell. I might have to go on my phone and do an audio check. But for now, I'm just gonna hope it's good. I've been running the same settings almost all week, so I'm just gonna go off the assumption that if I haven't changed them, they're probably still good. But you know, if life was that convenient, then we'd all have no problems. Oh, sorry, let me get back into frame a little bit here. But yeah, happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome back in. I hope that you've been super excited to see the continued work on this project. Although I don't think it's anyone's main concern in life, realistically speaking. But you know, it's okay. It's okay. I don't blame you. I'm hoping that the YouTube video for this will come out really good. I'm really excited. And I don't think there's been too many projects from this book, surprisingly. A lot of fan art and animations, which are super cool. But since I am more in the realm of like cosplay and props, I've definitely seen a lacking of that. Although I have seen some cool cosplays from this book series. Although I don't see too many of them online. I've mostly seen them on TikTok and I've seen them on Instagram. But I haven't seen like any, what's it called, full YouTube videos or shorts or anything like that covering it. So that's a bit unfortunate, but hey, we're making this, and so hopefully, you know, we'll be one of the first there. That's very important too. Gotta get there early, you know. Put her stake in the ground, put her flag. Say, Crystal Lattice made this project first. We're the original, you guys. As if that's so important, but oh well, you know. You gotta take pride in what things you can. That is I guess my tip for the day. You gotta take pride in what things you can. It's a great what's it called? Bit of advice, that's what I'd say. Definitely a great bit of advice. Dang, I need more of this paint. Let's see, what else is new? I'm hoping to finish the Gunlands soon. I feel like most of my viewers already forgot about that project, but I see it every day when I walk in and I'm just like, damn, I gotta finish this thing. And I will soon. So what I started is I started editing the YouTube video. So hopefully once I have the YouTube video mostly edited, I'll be like, damn, to get this done, I have to just finish recording the last part, putting it all together. And so I'm gonna do that. And so hopefully that'll be out soon. I know I say that every single stream, but it is always my hope. But it doesn't always come true to fruition, if that makes sense. All right, looks pretty cool like that. Makes it look a lot more tattered up, if that makes sense. But we are gonna have to go back in with some of our base tones and bring out some of the wash from these areas. But overall, not too bad, not too bad. I feel like I should work on this guy more. This guy is the most scuffed out of all the ones I've worked on thus far. He has not a lot going on for him. I guess it's mostly painted the right way, it's a bit messy in some parts, so I might just go and fix this one today while we're waiting for this wash to dry on this one. I'm not looking forward to painting the face. Although thankfully for me, the face is not going to be super important. I think, well, at least the front on, because it's going to be positioned like this to the viewer, right? So hopefully, you know, unless someone's really sticking their head in there, you're not going to be able to see majority of the face. It's going to be like this, okay? And these other enemy guys, the Parshendi, I did paint the pupils in for this one. If you can see it, they have black eyes, I'm pretty sure. So thankfully, you know, you can't really tell too well. It kind of just looks like the shadow of the helmet. But either ways, painting human faces for me is so difficult. It is a thing I look forward to the least, always, and I am once again not looking forward to it whatsoever. But you know, we're gonna persevere. We're gonna try our best. What up? Welcome in, Catlin. Do you agree with my take of painting faces? It's always just so difficult. I'm not looking forward to it at all. It's like I cringe at the time when it comes to paint faces, especially eyes, because one tiny movement wrong, or if you take a breath that's just too deep at the wrong moment, and they end up cross-eyed, right? Or in my case, I'll have moments where I get the the pupil, right? But then the iris, I think, yeah, the iris, yeah, that's what it's called. Like the colored part inside of the eye. What is that? Wait, what are the parts of an eye? Does anyone know here? So there's the white part, and then there's the part. Hold on, is the pupil the black part in the middle of the eye, or is that the part with the color? Huh. Well, whatever the little black dot in the middle is, and then the highlight, those two are what always just causes some sort of chaos to happen. So I either just put shadows, like heavy shadows where the eyes are, like around the bridge of the eyes are, or I just kind of ignore them. So I'm not sure which is a better strategy, but I should probably just like focus on painting eyes one day. That'll most likely make me a better painter, but still, it's still very, very difficult. Okay. I hope everyone's having a great day so far. I'm doing not too bad, if I do say so myself. This is gonna be a hard one. This type of pose for painting a miniature, always difficult. Okay, pupil is a black part, iris is a colored part. Okay, thank you. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I was very confused. I was like, wait, what goes where? But yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so the pupil is a very difficult part to paint in miniatures, at least for me, right? Some people just avoid it altogether. And honestly, more power to them, but I feel like I just have to do it. And whenever I get that inclination, I'm like, this is the time. This time we're not gonna mess it up. This time we're gonna do it right, and it just doesn't pan out. So thankfully in this case, I can probably get away with only painting the iris for this character, or not this character, but the human character, because he has like powers that make his eyes glow like a pale blue. So, you know, we'll just say they're glowing so brightly that you can't even see the, what's it called, the pupil, right? That's gonna be the strat. Or maybe I can just like shade in the middle of the eye a little bit and just call it like that, but we'll see. We'll have to see when we get there, right? We'll cross that bridge once we're there, as I like to say. Okay. I also have to figure out a little bit of LEDs for this book nook. That shouldn't be too difficult, but I'm wondering if I should do that on stream. Not because I can't, but more because I don't know if I want you guys to see how bad I am at electronics. It's gonna just be me sitting there with like a YouTube tutorial playing in the background, and then like ChatGPT up on screen, like how do I connect this? How do I make it work? Because that's more or less how I've gotten my way through electronics thus far. Is it pretty? No. Does it work? Yes. I should probably take maybe like some sort of electronics class or something, but you know what? Ain't nobody got time for that, so we're just gonna roll how we have been thus far. I did take a new media arts class when I was in college, and I learned a little bit of, what do you call it, electronics and stuff like that there. It's kind of where I got like a very basic understanding, but still I just feel like I'm so lacking in a lot of different departments when it comes to understanding all this. Oh, thank you for the follow. Gunner, I appreciate it. But yeah, I feel like I should just get better at electronics, just rip off the band-aid, because I have some exciting projects I have, well, not necessarily planned, but like I have them in the dome, right? I have them in the dome and I want to do them. I'm like very, very motivated to do them. But it's just a daunting part of seeing if I can pull off the electronics I want to do for the actual project. Alright, let's see if we'll focus in here. Okay, we're gonna do that. Oh. I have a reference box right here and I've just been completely ignoring it. Well, not completely ignoring it. I took a good look at it and I'm like, all right, you know what? I know enough. Where I should have just had it in front of me, like right behind the paint palette the whole time. But you know what? I've just kind of, I've been, what's the word? Dang, what is the word? Words, they're difficult, you guys. I've just been, dang. The words are not coming to me today, you guys. This is so unfortunate. I swear I know big words, I just can't think of them. Do you see if you share on YouTube? I don't think so. I haven't gotten a notification in my chat. Maybe if I look at the stream analytics, I can see who shared, but I don't think it gives me like a in-chat notification like TikTok does, unfortunately. Okay. This is going to be a little bit tricky, a little bit difficult. All right, that's not too bad. Has anyone got anything fun planned for this week? I don't think I do, as far as I know, but you know, feel free to share exciting updates in the chat if you are so inclined. Let me think. I really don't think I have anything going on that's super exciting. I have a lot of prep coming up for things that are later in the October, but for now I'm just gonna try and focus on getting these projects done so that when I do get to late October, I can just kind of enjoy the things I have planned for then and not really have to worry about the YouTube content schedule. So that's what's going on in my current studio life out here. I definitely got to get more YouTube videos up. I'm somewhat close to getting monetized on YouTube, but not really at the same time. Although these streams do help a ton in terms of when it comes to getting myself closer to monetization. So I'm glad that it is like proactive towards that, because I really do like streaming. I find it very fun. I just gotta work on expanding my audience a bit more. I'm not really sure how to do that. I was joking on a stream, I think, over the weekend, where maybe I should just talk in like brain rot TikTok terminologies. Maybe that'll bring people in. Just say like what the sigma every 5 minutes or something, you know. But I don't know if I could bring myself to it. It's too difficult. I mean, already if anyone here wants to go see how fun my TikTok live streams look, what's it called? How many streams have I done so far? I honestly lost count. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest, how many streams I've done thus far. I know at least I've done at least 5. Yeah, I've done at least 5 streams, that's for sure. Because I think the next milestone I'm gonna get in terms of like viewer or not viewer, YouTube monetization is I'm gonna be able to open up memberships. Although I don't know how much it's gonna help me, but it's an option, I guess. So if that's worth anything. But yeah, streaming is fun. I just have to really figure out how to grow the streaming, what's it called, audience. What I've noticed so far is that any stream I do Attack on Titan related does really well, because most of, I guess, my audience knows us from doing Attack on Titan cosplay stuff, which isn't bad. I do definitely love Attack on Titan a lot, and I'd be willing to do more projects. And then a little bit of our audience knows us from like EVA foam cosplay, like the kaiju. And so unfortunately these mini painting streams don't do too hot. These are kind of more for me than they are to grow. And then the 3D modeling streams were kind of in the middle, right? They had a lot of viewers for longer, but granted I was streaming that day for almost like 4 hours, so you know, that one makes a lot of sense why it had so many viewers. It was a really long stream, but I want to do that more. I just don't know how interested people are in it, because I would definitely love to meet more people that do 3D modeling, or just kind of form a little bit of a community here with people that are interested in that. But like I said, it's not the most exciting topic, so I can see why some of these aren't doing great. The EVA foam streams do really well. Maybe people find them satisfying or something. I can see that, people finding those streams satisfying. I just need to get better at doing them more often, or I need to find EVA foam projects that I can realistically complete within like a week or a few hours. That doesn't require me working like insane, because these also are my yap sessions, for better or worse. Although I don't know, maybe less yapping would be better. Who knows? Who knows? So many questions, so little answers. No, I haven't done a 3D printing stream. It's a 3D modeling stream where I show how I 3D model. Although I have seen those streams on TikTok where people just like leave their printers running. I guess I could do that. That wouldn't be bad. That's for sure. But I feel like it's not very exciting. Maybe when I'm printing out some Attack on Titan armor, which I am going to have to soon, I'll leave that running. But I really don't know how exciting that would be, or if that would even have good viewers. Because majority of the fun of this is getting to talk with y'all, or getting to meet new people, so that just sounds a bit lame. But I am open to trying it. I definitely am open to trying it, see if maybe what's it called, it works. I definitely won't discard an idea. Okay, I think I'm gonna start highlighting the armor on this guy. He's looking pretty good when it comes to filling in all the major areas. Could be better, but I don't think that the entirety of him is gonna be shown, so I'm not too concerned. Maybe I should do one of those like NPC streams. Is that so popular? Like that one Spider-Man NPC guy. Or maybe there's been other ones. I think I saw like a Danny Phantom one the other day. And also there was another character I saw doing like an NPC stream, like a Kingdom Hearts guy. Although I don't know, I feel like it's so awkward. Oh, I saw a Luigi one, but like they do it in public, like that. Dang, that's rough. I mean, like kudos to them for being able to do it in public, like those NPC streams and stuff like that. But isn't it awkward? I feel awkward watching them. It's amusing, I guess, but it definitely feels very awkward watching it. A lot of random ones opening mystery bags. Yeah, I've seen those too. I feel like a lot of the streams are either like people promoting stuff, like promoting their like drop shipping, like TikTok shop business, that, or it's like very questionable like horny stuff. I feel like I often see. I'm like, is this allowed? Is this allowed? I'm like, Jesus. Because I've like recently, I'll go through like the TikTok live page just to like see what the most popular streams are, so I can get some ideas. Like, what are these people doing that I'm not? So I can like kind of, you know, get a bigger audience. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. People just sit around. If not, I get like negative viewers, right? But the art category on Twitch, like it's just a bunch of fan art that's like babong babong, if you know what I mean, right? So I'm just kind of like, ooh, man, I'm fighting uphill here. So yeah, put Reggie on my stream and you'll get all the views. I don't know. Maybe. Dang, it is definitely very slow today, unfortunately. Did my YouTube stream reset? Hold on. That counter is weird. Strange. Very, very strange. I'm gonna get some water real quick. All right, I got my water break. Yeah, I don't know what I can do to get more people in here. Oh, sorry about that. All right, I had to figure something else out real quick, but I am back. I am good. I had a cough and I didn't want to just blast everyone's headphones on stream. It reminds me of when I was in like quarantine classes back when that was happening, and you'd have teachers just like absolutely annihilating people's eardrums with coughs and sneezes and all that. So I don't want to be that guy. I definitely did not want to be that guy to y'all. All right, let's get right back into this. Okay. See you later, Recollection. Thanks for stopping in. Say hi to Reggie for me. Gotta wash some of these brushes. They're trying to get a bit stiff, unfortunately. I'll show you guys how I do a very thorough reset of a brush real quick. So I like to use these metal plates or metal dishes right here. They're often used for paint mixing. And then along with that, I use a degreaser, right? So often these paints, especially acrylic paints, are very easily broken down by a degreaser. I don't know why the science behind that specifically, but I just know that it does work. So I pour a little bit of that inside the tin. And even though I had just rinsed out this brush with water and it was coming out with nothing on the paper towel, look at how much red paint there was like drying in between the bristles. So I'm gonna do this until I notice that it's not getting any darker. And once I see that, then I'll know that my paintbrush is thoroughly reset. And this kind of also gives it a little bit of a coating that makes it a bit slick against more paint drying up or sticking to it. So I would definitely recommend this, you guys, if you do a lot of acrylic painting. Okay. You gotta figure out what auto clicker that one guy that was on TikTok live was telling me about, that he got me to like 1K views in like a few seconds. Not views, likes. This is definitely a hard one to paint. I don't know what it is about this specific miniature out of all of them. It's just so hard to make this one look good. I don't know what it is. I think the pose is very difficult for me. If it was only one arm with an axe or like a two-handed axe grip, I think it would make a lot more sense for me. But just because of the like different axes at different angles, I find it so hard to get like a nice cohesive look to it. So very, very frustrating. Or not frustrating, it's just challenging. That's the word. Yeah, but this will probably be one of the most striking ones in the scene. So despite its challenge, I do have to do it justice. Alright, well, I got my paintbrush reset, so it looks like we'll be able to get right back into this. This highlighting phase of the painting process can be a bit difficult just because the amount of what's the word, detail you have to put into it, or concentration, but it does pan out nicely here. I'm not sure if you've seen the other ones, but this one I'd say is close to being finished. And so the highlighting definitely brings it together, right? The like highest points of the armor really stand out, and I feel like it has that much needed contrast to bring everything out. So I gotta do the same thing for this lad over here. It's just a bit difficult. There's like too many weird edges going on with the pose, where I have to pick my battles very carefully. I hope you guys like today's playlist, by the way. It's from the same artist that all my other playlists for the live streams have been. But this one is specifically called Reflection. And the cover is like a shrine entrance. And there's like a water reflection underneath that, and a person standing there. It's a nice album thus far. I'm enjoying it. I'm at 360p, so I can't see all the details. Oh, yeah, this definitely might not be the best stream topic, unfortunately, for your video resolution right now. But I hope that at that detail, my miniature painting looks so good. You know, just don't focus on the details. The main shapes are there. That's funny. Thank you for sticking through with the stream. It can definitely be difficult to kind of keep up with that resolution. That's kind of funny. I appreciate it. I trust the process. Thank you. It is very, very difficult to trust it sometimes. I will admit, there are times where even I go, ooh, is this gonna pan out? But you know, I guess it's about the journey, not the destination. It's about what you learn along the way sometimes. And here I am learning that this be kind of difficult, not gonna lie. Okay, not too bad. We got a little something going now. I have to also think about the layout of the book nook. I have a pretty good idea, but I haven't tested it fully, if that makes sense. I have to go in and probably do some like fitment tests, and I also have to use some like pink foam for the terrain to get everything to look right and proper. So here, I think I'll bring some of it, to be honest, so I can show you guys. See if I have any that's easy to grab here. So here's a pink foam that I'm going to use to make some of the terrain here, right? I've made terrains with this in the past. And this is a pretty common material that you'll see in like miniature and D&D terrains. It's just kind of like insulation foam. You can very easily cut it into like rock formations and all that. So I have to also see what the terrain should maybe look like. I know according to the book scene description, there's like a chasm, like a bit of I think a chasm or a ravine that splits the like battleground. And then on one side there's this like large rock formation that's called a tower, but it's just a big rock formation, and there's like an army fighting in between that. And so the battle that I'm gonna be making the book nook for happens on one side of the chasm, so I'll have to figure all that out. But that's not really the part I'm super concerned. I'm more concerned about getting the scene lit well, right? Because it's a book nook, it's like a box. And so that was the most obvious statement I think I've ever made. So the book nook, because it's a box, doesn't really get a lot of light to hit it. So all the light that will be in the scene, I'm gonna have to put it in myself, whether it be through LEDs on the top or LEDs kind of pointing down and forward so that the shadows aren't super heavy. And I also need to hide and diffuse those lights. So I feel like that's where the real challenge is gonna come in. All right, let's see if I can get a little bit more done on this before I end today's stream for today. It's another short one, but I'm unfortunately thinking I might not do too many more of miniature painting, just because I feel like my viewer base doesn't vibe with it too much. I mean, like my subscribers and all that. So these have been performing pretty poorly, which is a bit of a bummer, but you know, that happens. You kind of just have to see where your audience is at and meet them in the middle. So I might do another 3D modeling stream soon to see how that goes, because the last one I found it very fun, and I do want to finish that chibi sometime soon. So I definitely might do that tonight, unless something else comes up. I think it's a pretty alright spot to end off for now. So definitely not the most productive painting sesh I had, unfortunately. This one went by super quickly, weirdly enough. But, you know, we're still working our way through slowly. I think at this point, I'm honestly at a pretty good spot to just kind of off camera do a lot of like the very, very small detail work that requires me to hold it right up to my face. So that probably is not going to be fun at all to watch on stream. So I'm thinking maybe tonight I'll do a 3D modeling stream, so that way I can keep my miniature painting desk set up how it is. And then I'll try and do something cosplay related soon, just because I definitely feel like the drought of cosplay content has been affecting the views a little bit, which is fine. I understand. I know this is mostly a cosplay channel, so a lot of this stuff kind of maybe fits outside of the niche. And I definitely don't want to become a miniature painting channel either, because this is for a specific project, not really something I'd hope to do every single day, that's for sure. But yeah, thanks to everyone who tuned in for another early morning miniature painting stream. I hope everyone has a great Tuesday. I hope you get everything you need to get done. And yeah, I hope to be seeing you guys again soon, maybe during an evening stream today. And yeah, take care everyone. I will see you all later. Bye bye.